And hello, this is Chris speaking from sysops.tv. Today we are starting something. I have no idea if this would work and if this will be accepted from my friends or from new friends we don't have at the moment. And just say hello to everybody who's here today. And yes, we have to try this in English. The problem with English in this English language in German is that it's almost impossible if you have a language like in my area here. This is where I live. My name is Chris from Aschaffenburg. This is very close to Frankfurt, and we don't even are able to speak fluent German. So I'm curious if this will work, and you will have fun in this show, and you can follow my horrible English. So we call it simply, if it's German, this is Deutschland, and it's English, so we call it here, it's Dinglish. So if you accept this is not exactly English, so you can follow a little, we call it Dinglish, and then everything would be fine. And we will see if this is working or not. Yes, perhaps the audience is able to follow the chat here in English and not in German, and help me out with some vocabulary I am missing. So hello today. This is working twice a week, normally in German language, something like German English. We call it Hessisch. And we say hello to Frank, Markus, Maltolino, Mycox, Christian K, Sven, Mr. Fuchs, Eric, Dr. Animam, Johannes, Thorsten, we call him the Toracle. I will call you. Explain later what this means. Dirk, Bitmonkey, and another Chris K. Is this the same Chris K as before? I'm not sure. Markus, Phil, sounds a little English. Maltolino, and we already had the Bitmonkey. So at this point, it's the same time and the same show as every Monday and every Thursday on this channel here. And I'm curious if it's not okay. I'm curious if do you think this is a good idea to catch and pick up the English-speaking audience all over Europe, perhaps also in Russia, they're welcome, and as well in the USA, but I'm not sure this will work live for them, but perhaps they can watch the recording and have some fun and yes, make our great community better. But we will see. So if you have an opinion to this, you can write it in the comments here on YouTube. So, where do we have to start? I have no idea. I want to catch up here and try to explain what we did the last amazing 1.5 or 2 years on this channel and what I did the last 10 or 12 years. I'm Christian, I'm almost 50 years old now, and we're doing Sysops TV for more than 12 years, and I changed a lot the last 8 years, 10 years. Started with, so what's it called? ZFS, ZFS. So that's not possible to concentrate on this letter. So I will call it, like in German, ZFS. That's the easiest way to me to pronounce. So for the English people here, it's ZFS, and for the Americans it's ZFS. I'm not sure if this is the correct pronouncing of the letter, but I don't care about it, so I will use this. When we started on Sysops TV, it was the time of great podcasting and great shows on iTunes, podcast shows, and I always try to make something with video and to talk about my business. And the more I made my shows, the small shows about everything, I found out and I realized that it doesn't have any meaning. So it doesn't make sense to explain a new iPhone or a small business server or a semantic product to the audience, because it's not the correct audience, because you have to pay for it. they sold those products every 2 years with a new vendor or with a new name, with subscription, with high subscription fees to their customers, and I did not felt comfortable with it. So, about 13 years ago, I became sick. I had no idea what it was, but there was no energy in my body at all, so I tried to find a solution to make my life a little easier. And the problem was when you are an IT professional and you have to deal with your customers, the amount of data increased in incredible amounts. So we sold tape drives, tape libraries for an incredible amount, very expensive, very pricey, and people put it in a leasing contract or something like this. And the problem was, it passed 1 year and the space was too low and they were still paying for it. So we had a big problem with a growing data amount. So the problem was, if I was a little sick, so it means I was very tired at the evening, had no energy, had no energy and was really, really exhausted in the evening. I was massively and really afraid of people calling me and they're asking me for fixing a thing in a company. So for example, if you had a broken small business server, it could take days to restore the system, and to restore the system, you need the space to restore the system and you need the time. But I really wanted to go to sleep at 6 o'clock in the evening before dinner, and I was really afraid of. So then I found the ZFS, ZFS, ZFS technology and figured out how to handle with it. And one day, ZFS was grown up enough to work on any platform. Many years we used ZFS on FreeNAS. It's a great American product that's based on BSD with ZFS, and we used it at our customers. Then we found out, then the topic with the ransomware and the ransom Trojans started here in Germany and all the world. And we found out that ZFS is a great way to revert any encryption on a system. So this was great. So how to use this amazing technology? Sorry, I'm a little nervous. I have to do slowly today because my English is not the best, so we'll try. So how to handle with a ransom attack? Quite easy. If you have a snapshot or automated snapshot, you always can revert to the last state without any. And there was a part with replication where we found out you can replicate the state from one place to another place. It means if one place is destroyed, you have a working, live replica on a second system. That was great. And then we found out that we hardly wanted to have this on one system because TrueNAS, FreeNAS was NAS or SAN, means it's not the only system in the company, but we have small companies. We had to handle with small businesses, medium businesses. So we were looking for a system that is handling ZFS, and it's handling the virtual machine, the virtualization at the same time. That's what we found. And now we are here. After another, I replaced products from commercial software to, let's call open source based software. That does not mean necessarily that's free software. If you understand that most of the software is the same and only the middleware is that what makes the difference, you will see that there is a great chance to improve yourself. Simple example, you can have TrueNAS, or you can install a Samba server and just verify what the settings in the TrueNAS were for Samba, for example, and handle with those settings into your own system. The most important thing was to replace Microsoft Windows, and then we were trying software called ClearOS from the States for some years, and we're happy with it. No, not happy. It was working. And then there was Zarafa, a groupware. When I decided to go away from Microsoft completely, I wanted to go with ClearOS and Zarafa, but I found out that this Zarafa, in the meantime, is Copano in Germany, and ClearOS is not the best choice, so we ended up on Univention. We come to this later. From this point, and the last 2 years, we found out there are many awesome products based on open source technology. That I have to break for a second. The comments are great. The comments are, Dr. Animum is writes, Chris, your English is great. That will definitely extend the audience. Once YouTube has detected English audio, does it? Okay, we'll see. I try. I do my best. I did not speak English for 2 or 3 years. It was Corona and all this bullshit. In earlier years, I was DJing in London and in Berlin, Frankfurt, so I had to speak English a lot and for hotlines. But I don't have any. I don't have to talk to hotlines anymore. I don't have to deal with them. That's great. Okay, let's go ahead. We found out that there is a great selection of German speaking or very close to German. Let me try to explain. For example, we have the hypervisor Proxmox in the meantime. That's the one, that's the deal. That's the one thing that's doing virtualization and CFS. That's great. So we have Univention, one of the best replacements for Windows Server. Proxmox is based in Austria. Univention is based in Germany, and there is Copano, the groupware. It's based in Holland and in Germany as well. And we have Nextcloud from Germany. We have Zermatt ticket system. We have Checkmk and lots of things. And I think perhaps you do not know those products and what we are getting out of them. Amazing stuff is happening here on this channel. And if you're interested what happened the last 2 years, so stay online here. So we'll see. There's basically a lot of great stuff here, and we are using it on any system at my customers. So means almost any of my systems are on virtualization and based on CFS. There are only a little number of Windows servers. Yes, there are Windows machines for executing business programs, but when I can remove Windows and shit like this, I do it. I will talk about this. We will make a review of the channel, and then you can see what happened here in such a short time. But in the earlier years, I released 1, 2, or 3 videos a year. And perhaps you met us on CFS Rocks. That is the channel I will also release this show today to pick you up. And some of those, let's have a look on this channel. We had, let me see, we had some English speaking, which I tried to make some English CFS, ZFS videos on this, and let's see, Pimp My Mac 700, but here, that's interesting. CFS Rocks, 007, virtualization with Proxmox and CFS, 22,000. Impact, none. This means I made the effort to make this video, nothing happened. So only little some comments, but that's it. Let's see what happened here on SysOps TV. Good evening. What's hier los? In English, please. What happened here? When the Corona lockdown happened also in Germany, everybody was confused, frightened, and needed some orientation. The world was not ready for the future. We'll see. So what I did, I picked up all this stuff I had. I have so many cameras and gear, and yes, I was a photographer. I took a lot of pictures for pay shootings, but mostly for time for pictures, TFP shootings. I had a lot of great gear. For example, this is a small camera with a great lens, but it's getting dust here. It's just catching dust. So what I did, I decided to clear a room, put in a new floor, wooden floor, took this desk here. I can't see it because the mixer here is in the way. This was a game changer. This Atom mixer here, this great Atom mixer. Can you see it here? Perhaps I can lift it a little. No, I'm losing it. Oh, let's see. And I also missed the recording. That's bullshit. So I just press the recording button. So what? I will take the recording from YouTube then and relive it. The thing is, normally in earlier times, I tried to prepare for a show and make makeup that you don't see the spots and hairs, and I don't wear a hat. Yeah, today my hair is crazy and I have a small injury here. So I'm wearing a hat today. It's not usual here. And all the preparations in software. Get the Mac boot up, update your Wirecast software or whatever you're using, and make the light and things like this. It's very important to have your setup ready. What we do now, I come over from working. I'm a small company for employees, and we have about 400 systems we are working on all the time. Just press the power button, turn on the microphone, press online, forget the recording button like today, and here we go. That's crazy. That's one of the game changers. Then we had the Corona lockdown. So people were confused and tried to find new orientation. So if you have that plenty of time like in the lockdown, and if most of the people were done with Netflix and have seen all the shows they're interested in, they ended up here. Because we had about 1,200 subscribers here, and they were happy if there would be a new video because they liked the show. But what I did, I turned on the light with my fixed setup and my gear. Horrible audio. Let me see, my camera is a little shaking here. I said hello. This is Flogger logic. So in English we will call it Flogger's logic because it's makes more sense. It's a German joke. Flogger logic is a mixed joke, a word joke. What's it called if you are mixing up? We call it Schüttelreim in Germany. It means easy peasy, easy going, whatever. And so Flogger's logic is not the worst. And then we were going live. 5 days a week, I did a live show on YouTube. I had to lower the number of the shows because people were not able to follow, even there was lockdown because they had family and other things to do. And we ended up in a really great community, small community of handpicked people. We don't have any rough comments or swear words. The only swear words were from me. So there's a really, we created a really polite and friendly, helpful community. And I try to explain where we are. I have no idea. Perhaps we will have a look at my, not very great homepage. And then we have a look at all the releases we did and all the videos we have done on this channel. And perhaps the one or the other from you can follow here today. Only 20 today, or usually we have 50 or more. To pick you up, give you the hand and say hello to you. Come here, come to our community, the English channel, and participate and win with us together. It's awesome. You will love it. Let's have a look. This is my poor website that is linking the most of the projects we are doing here. Just at front, the SysOps GmbH, my company, you can forget it. I'm here. It's everything about me. I have my helpers. That's great. There's no information you need on this website. What you need is here. The YouTube channel, sysops.tv. I recommend you subscribe the channel. Press a button at the bell. Then you don't miss anything. And perhaps you try to follow the German show, even it's hard. And if you like a topic, let me know. We will do an English version of it. Perhaps every week, every 2 weeks, we'll see. There's a second channel that's not filled a lot. The problem is I have no time. I need someone to cut the videos and relive it on this channel, but we will continue here. What we are doing is we have this great bouquet selection of products. They're working so well together on open source based software. And we pick up the people, means we are doing a lot of videos here to show how it works. But those shows we do here live come from the day. Means today I did a HumHub installation, it was great. Did some Nextcloud. I logged out some people, and that's what I'm telling at the beginning. And then we have great topic that's related to the day or to the week. So this is no tutorial. Nothing is prepared. That's real life. So we have people, they only need a small amount of knowledge from here. Watch a video, get inspiration, try it, and succeed. We have some people, a lot of people, they are great, they're amazing people, great knowledge, helpful people. They are bringing code, tests, innovation ideas to the show. And we have people without any chance to continue working in their job. And those we help here. So we picked everyone up. That means the people, the ideas and the demonstrations, real life demonstrations are here on the channel. The people who are at a good knowledge with similar interests and they're working for years with those tools. We call them partner. And we have people, they want to learn how to do this and to replace all this bullshit from earlier years. And for those, we are offering one-day workshops. More specifically, we have workshops. You don't call it workshop, this is lessons. We have lessons. This is called lessons? I don't think so. The thing is, we have events you can book for a small amount of money, 2 times 4 hours, and then I'm explaining exactly what I found out the last 10 years, how to handle the products. Proxmox, Univention, Copano, ISP-config, I forgot about it. So that's what we do. So you can learn this here, and you can visit those events. So for example, you have a Univention course. You can repeat it for free and watch the videos that often you like to. So the idea is to bring everybody on the same level and to go further. And that's already working. After 1.5 years, we are proceeding. We're going forward. That's really great. In a speed I can't believe sometimes. Let's see where we came from. My chat was stuck a little. Let's see. Good evening from Steno and Christian. And we had a hello. We had just a hello. I just missed a hello. Hello. So let's see what we will have a look what we've done the last 1.5 years. And at the first look, it doesn't seem to be that much. We have that's the wrong channel here. Let's go to my channel here. The tech channel is also here. So let's see what we have. I have to enter the YouTube Studio first and try to list all the streams, and it's really confusing. At the beginning it says it is 536 videos, but this is not the correct number of videos, but it's a lot. And if you see, we have approximately 500 up to 2,000 viewers, in the middle, so a little beyond 1,000, and that doesn't sound too much. But if you imagine that something like an exhibition will take 10,000 euros for 2 hours or 4 hours of attention to something, you have to go there, you have to build it, you have to use people running the show. That's not working. 1,000 people working on this is great. And the thing is, we have also a great chat with about 150 handpicked users. I come to them later. They wrote about 50,000 messages the last years and found a new home there. That's really great. And I love it. I'm loving it. But let me see what happened. I go through there fast and try to stop when it's interesting. And look at this. Look at this. The first thing was about education in IT. Something about Amazon, something about licenses and all these ugly people trying to sell you something even if you don't need it. We spoke about on-premise solutions, and obviously we talked about printer and telephone IT people. We call it IT people. We hate them. Also, we hate web programmers. They are ordering servers on Hetzner, something like this, and leave it as they was. No idea, selling stupid websites with WordPress and never make any thoughts about security and backup and things like this. So we hate these people. Let's see what we still have. You have to go there through fast. Yeah, we have something about laptops. We had something about TrueNAS when it was TrueNAS. The first look on TrueNAS. We spoke about internet backup providers. And then we had a great video about what's missing on Proxmox. And we had to talk about wasted infrastructure. So if you have old switches, hubs and things like this. And then we tried the emergency. So we say, okay, here, it's emergency, all data is gone. We have to run a machine here. And that's what we're really doing every month, every second month. We are rescuing data with CFS and run it on another machine here or on side of the customer. It was great. And then we had many talks about Exchange Server. That's not, we hate it in the meantime. It's a mess. We have to update, people have to update it. It's unsecure, and Microsoft's trying to force people to order the Office 365 offers, and then I will see if any customer will give to Office 365, you will lose, because someday they will there will be a Office 720, and from this point on, it's their customer, not yours. Yeah, we spoke a lot. I showed how do we make a small business server replacement with Univention and Copano and everything like this. Hardware recommendations we have here. I have to go through fast. There are a lot of small business replacements. Going away from Microsoft, small business replacement. Raspberry Pi as a desktop. Yes, small, easy. We also have easy shows just for fun, of course. We spoke about, let me have some comment here. Just a little hint, Dr. Animem. If you want to sound like an Englishman, don't forget to nip on your gin tonic every now and then. Yes, you will see, my gin tonic is already here, but not today. This would be not the best idea. Yeah, then we had 25 years of sysops. Yes. And then it became interesting. ZFS pull or push. If you have CFS, you have a pull replication. For example, what we're doing here, we have computers, they're starting, getting a ZFS replication by a pull that's not available from the source system, and then it's shutting down, making a great report. So this is almost undestroyable. Now, what do we have else? We have something about reporting. So, Gin is not compatible with Chris, English speaking, yes. Genau. Remote and co. So what do we have here? Small business replacement. We have so many small business replacement. We have something about ransomware. We have ZFS by GUI. And then we had the Matrix chat on 2020. That was really funny, because I just sent an invitation, and that's what I will do today. I sent an invitation to my friends and told them, here there's a Matrix chat, and you can have your own account on matrix.org. And here's the invitation, and now we have 165 handpicked. 165 selected person here. I think there's always more than the half active here. They wrote hundreds, thousands, 50,000 of news, and yes, they shared great ideas and helped each other, especially on hard days when we have the JLog and things like this. Yes, they were very helpful, and if someone is in struggle here, there's always help from these great people, and you see it on live. So what I like to do is we try this with our English people. Here's the new room, and I also will invite you to this room. But what I found out here, I will share this in the show notes here. What I found is that if you don't already have a matrix.org or your own server account, this account will be created on my server, but it's okay for me as long you are a great person and you are polite and interested, and so here we go. You can use it here. We spoke about reverse proxy, Nginx proxy manager. We spoke about OPNsense and found some great friend in Flow that make a lot of shows with me, replacing Sophos products to OPNsense. We talked about the annoying licenses and salespersons that I don't want to deal with them. I don't like them. I don't like salespersons and license dealers. I don't like them. Really, it's horrible to me. I don't want it. And the more I replace with open source based software, the more I can choose to contact them. For example, I can use a Proxmox server or Univention server for free, as long as I'm using the community edition. So I don't have to ask for it. I can use it immediately. I don't have to pay for it. So if I like it, and if I like to support or like I need their support, I can choose whenever I want to contact them, buy a subscription, and get help or support them. That's my decision. In other products, I have to beg for demo versions and things like this, and have to submit my custom-made data only to test the product, and I don't think this is acceptable, so I'm jinxing this. I don't like it. So let's see. What did we do? Cloud is evil. Cloud is evil. As long as it's not your cloud. So this is Cloud is böse in German also. What I did is cloudisevil.com and .de, and you're also landing on the SysOps TV project side. Cloud is evil. We come back to this later, my friends. Then we spoke about removing Trojans and viruses by ZFS. That's my opinion. Run your own cloud by Christian. So that means if you have a what's it called, malware addicted? No, it's not addicted. What's it called? If you have infected system or compromised system, you can normally restore backup. So the problem is you have to restore backup. You need the time, you need the space, and of course you have to know what exact point is to restore, and could take you weeks. On ZFS, you have a big advantage. You can make a clone. You can boot up this clone. If you feel happy with this clone, you can make it productive by promoting it. So what's happening is the old clone, or the old snapshot, whatever, is becoming a clone. So the productive becomes a clone. That means, so what's here? Oh yes, yeah. This means you can. It's working like this. You have the infection. You are watching. You have a look. What is the amount of data change in a specific time? You say, okay, it started tonight at 3 o'clock, so let's go back to midnight, and we will take this one productive now. So perhaps you can see what machine was encrypting the data, and you can switch it off, turn it off, and whatever. So the next thing is you want to go fast live. So say 1 o'clock clone is working, midnight's working, okay, for safe, midnight. But then you have the replica and you have the old clone that formerly was productive. What you can do now is this is turned off. You can run a disinfect disk from Heiser, for example, and can find those viruses and infected data, and you can see if there is a known virus or something like this, and you can check this today, but you also can check this 2 weeks ahead. And then you can compare the found viruses with a live system you also can make a clone of. And it saves a lot of money. It means you can have any data live booting without any waiting time on ZFS. That's awesome. Just to get an idea what we are doing here. But we will show if you are interested in that. So then we have Proxmox backup server, that was new. And we have the Nastberry project. That's just to mention it for a second. You found it here. This is a great project. So if you already have, let me see, if you already have a Raspberry Pi, or you can still get one. This gimbal is a little crazy today. If you have a Raspberry Pi, or you have a chance to get a Raspberry Pi 4 or 400, have a look at this project. This gimbal is driving me crazy. Let me have a small control of this gimbal. This is it's making some sick noises here. This is a gimbal from DJI that's called Ronin SE, and we have full frame cameras here, so they have their own way. And we have to, perhaps it's helping if I'm turning it a little to this. Yes, perhaps we'll see if this is working better. So again, if you have a Raspberry Pi, take a SD card, install, at the moment it's still Ubuntu on it, and run 2 commands, connect two disks, two SSDs or two disks, and you will get a mirrored CFS RAID. You will get the ability to, you have auto snapshots for 3 months in the past, and you can then select from a really great selection of snapshots and just restore files from this, and you have a great CFS GUI in a web browser. So if you want to find out, you want to learn CFS, here we are, nasberry.de. Don't be afraid about the DE domain, it's not your enemy. So what do we have here? Gin tonic feels better because when you speak about Windows shit, yes, yes. Let's see, my neck is a little. So what do we have here? Gin tonic makes feel better because when you speak about Windows shit, yes, we will show this up. So breaking news. Yes, run your own premise cloud. Don't pay for not safety enterprise. Bullshit. That's exactly what I'm telling. So let's see what we had else. We had so many shows. Yes, we have to save power with wake on LAN and add security. So a system that's turned off all the day, you can't attack it. Quite simple. We spoke about a great German XAML ticket system. We spoke about OpenSyn client, German company, means you can boot Windows, you can boot physical machines out of network with remote desktop. We spoke about CFS on SATA and USB. We spoke about turn servers, Pi-hole. And then we put our script collections to GitHub. The most important, what you have to see is github.com/bashclub. If you are addicted to Proxmox and CFS, you have to go here. Anyway, you have to go here. There's no argument not to go there. So then what we have here? We spoke about the ProLine. It's a very simple, cheap software here. So I have some comments here. We have the comments. They are important here. Dr. Animum, just a side note, but do you see how good the camera is? You can still very distinguish between the white background and the white cap. Great lenses and great microphones. Yes, but this wasn't for free. I paid a lot of time to find a setup that's really working, and I did a show about all the stuff you have to handle with the color balance and microphone and avoiding noise and equipment. And it's horrible. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on this. So you have to go to github.com/bashclub to follow up. So then it became very interesting. We started. So here we did a show about our portfolio. It's our product selection, and we realized what a great, amazing selection of software we have in combination, and it's working. And what I deliver is experience for almost 10 years with it. We have recommendations for migrating the data, for driving the product, for running the products. What's it called? It's for operating the products, backupping, restoring, and also monitoring. That's great stuff. It's all here on this show, and we did so many things. It's crazy. 1.5 years. We spoke about here from my friend Janus, Mail Pilot, open source. Mail archive, it's great, but it's horrible. It's horrible to install, you will see, but we have on GitHub Bashclub a great script to get it installed in minutes. Of course, then we had a great New Year party. We drank a lot, we were in the dark net, and we crashed a drone, repaired pinball machines. So this was a great one here. Microserver, Proxmox. Yeah, then we spoke about Proxmox as an NFS server and to okay, Thorsten. We talked about Proxmox as an NFS server because if you have a Proxmox server, you also have a NAS system. You have a free NAS system in minutes, and how easy it is. And exactly what we showed here with the DL20 and the NFS solution. It's still working great. We found out that you can be your own NFS and server and client at the same time on CFS without almost no loss of performance. It's great. Enjoy it. It's great. We spoke about Raspberry 400 and that I don't like the Sophos UTM anymore because of the license and the partner policy of the company. We flamed Unohost, we didn't like it, and we had workshops here. We had Mailpiler, we have SBS replacement, classic, and then something happened. I showed up my own file server, and I wanted it always directly on CFS for the capability to restore, that a user can restore his own files without bothering an administrator, and was not easy. So I tried to figure out how to run a Samba server on Proxmox with a second data set to restore the data from, and started on Open Media Vault, built everything together, made it running, tried it on some customers, and then the great audience here, Thorsten and Markus, made a great installer, and we called it Samba with a Z at the beginning. And you also can find it on GitHub/Bashclub. Means you can have the world best, no kidding, file server in minutes that's just taking 100 megabytes of RAM with CFS auto snapshots, Active Directory connectivity in 5 minutes without any effort, and you can find it here on Bashclub. Then I talked about being self-employed. We talked about live. Oh, we get some trouble on this here, where the customer with a crash database, so recovered it live in the show. We had here collaboration with LDAP. So when we try to connect the partners here, we try to figure out how to collect the people and to keep in touch and to contact them. All the password problem, because we did not know what products we going to use. For example, we did not find a really good forum, because no forum was able to was not able to handle with LDAP. For example, if you have the PHP forums, the PHP BB forums, you can use LDAP, and it's checking your login. But for example, your email address, you can't change. So it's only collecting on the first login and not later. We tried forums on WordPress. The people don't like it. We are using Moodle for our classes, and but there the forums and the wiki wasn't any good. So we collected all the people, our partners, in LDAP, in an LDAP directory. So we were able to replace the products and try out many tools. And we kept the wiki, we kept the Moodle, and we started with HumHub for the partners. I think they like it. And we also tried HumHub for the audience here. But I think that those people, they are interested to talk to each other. We found them on Matrix Chat, where we don't have an LDAP connectivity, by the way. So that's great. Yeah, then we Moodle for the classes. We had Proxmox cluster examples. We had, that's pretty interesting. We are great friends of taking over Active Directories with Univention Corporate Server, but obviously I'm interested in going away from Univention someday if it's not working anymore. For this time, we have a great time with Univention. But if you have a directory with that great importance, you want to know if you can go away. And we really found out there's a great way to go to Univention, especially with a takeover feature from Univention, but you can easily take your Active Directory back to Windows Server. That's interesting, and this is, to be honest, important what do you think, what is nachhaltig on English? What's the word for it? I don't get it. Perhaps you can write it in the comments. It's important to me to have my data under control and have the free selection of the product I'm using and not be forced to stay at a product like SharePoint in earlier days. We were not able to go away anymore. So then what do we have else? We have, let's see, backup. So we had cram groupware. We're not sure what this is leading to. It seems to be a theft from Copano, but I'm neutral at this point. We have a Gorum. This is a great content system. We have, of course, and we have Checkmk. This is a Nagios-based German monitoring system. I love the most. I have this for 5 years when I was not that comfortable with Linux, and I found very easy into it. And it's saving so much time. And in the meantime, we even have monitoring for Nextcloud installations, and we have a very perfect monitoring for ZFS replications from Niels. Means I have about 600 replications inside. I can see it if it's working or not. And it's awesome. So Chris Fuchs says, hi and thumbs up for your first English podcast. It's not my first. It's the first live. Thumbs up, Daumen up. It's great. Thank you, Chris, for this. Here it was. No, it's on my iPad. Let's see what we had net server. We didn't like it. Long story short. OPNsense. We have great OPNsense video replacing this. Sustainable. Yes. We want sustainable solutions you can really rely on, and you can invest time and don't lose money and time with it. We spoke about small sins, so if you're doing something wrong that you have to pay for it someday, we have the workshops. Then we had something about single board computers. We have the Raspberry. We have Copano 1 first look. That one didn't went live because of a replacement of the leadership of the company. OPNsense, again, that were all live shows about 1 up to 2 hours or sometimes longer. We spoke a lot about. Yes, we have ZFS for entries for beginners. We have CMK workshops for beginners. We have email. That was pretty interesting. We sent our emails to a SharePoint server and tried to remove this and tried it with Copano. We ended up for this on Checkmk with a Niels script. But at this point, just 1 year ago, I had to verify my ZFS replications on mail-based. And we had to verify if mails arrive or not and things like this. We handled about this here. What did we have here? We had something about catastrophes. We have a lot of Proxmox. And we spoke about the LXC toolbox. This is quite simple. Long story short, you have Proxmox, you have CFS. You download it, you fill out a small text document, and then you can install a best file server, domain controller, a Nextcloud, the mail piler, the whatever it's inside, and you have a perfect small sustainable installation. You can take care for yourself after you installed it, and it's really, really great. It's my best recommendation here. Yeah, hello to Markus here as well. We don't have that many viewers today, and we even lost some, but I don't care shit about it because I want to welcome all the European, American, Asian, whatever, African people to join us here in the future. So this will need some time to be found, and if there is a small amount of people, say if we have 20, 30 interested people, we will do this more often to develop the English channel here. Most important is the German, of course. We spoke why do we use Univention corporate server? Because it's the most sustainable. It's a great product. It is the world best Windows replacement server here, and we have it, and we're a partner of it, and I'm proud of it. CFS. We had some talk about Proxmox 6. In the meantime, we are on 7 workshops. I had an accident, and Matthias is asking in German if this is serious. What? We spoke about CFS performance. We spoke about remote desktops. We spoke about data loss. We spoke about, let's see, we had workshops, Proxmox workshops, workshops when we have lessons here. We spoke about what's missing on Samba file server. We spoke about that's no need to be without backup anymore because of pull replication in CFS. If you want to back up, if you're on CFS, there's no reason to lose data. You don't have to. Here we spoke why people don't have a backup, and we spoke about ISP-config on a workshop. When I mean workshop, I mean the lessons. We spoke about small servers, and we were talking about how maintain Proxmox servers. That's great. You can just use Checkmk. You can have a plugin. Just use the standard plugin. Perhaps you are using our plugin for watching CFS replications. And then here we go. Perfect monitoring. And you will never lose any replication. Means this system is fault-proof. You don't miss any replication because this monitoring exactly shows you if you forgot a replication or backup. That's great. What did we have else? We have we had a day where 5 RAIDs were broken at one day. That's a really record. And we spoke about CFS overhead. That means the default setup on Proxmox is not perfect. If you are using a kind of RAID 5 or RAID 6, it's called RAID C as 1 or C2. You can have an overhead of 100%, means you have the half of the speed, twice of the data amount you are wasting. And we explained how to handle with it. So what did we have the last? When were we are here? We are on, in the meantime, we are on what date here? This is crazy. Yeah, we are about 9 months ago here. Yeah, we had pull replications, push replications, handling after Trojan attack, so many projects, replication. That's what we showed here. We had this ready data CFS storage from customer, and we showed how to migrate without any reasonable interruption of work here. Who is afraid from the Hungry Wolf and retro games with Mr. FPGA nobody cared about? We had a great party here. You have no idea how great this party was here. This was the best party I had ever. It was a great, I promised, if Corona is gone, or if it's possible, we will have a party for all the participants. And let's see, is this the live stream? This is the live stream, not the show. And we had a great, that's not the one I was looking for. We'll see it soon. I missed the link here. Let's see where we are here. CFS rocks. Now I have to go back to the videos. No, that's not the one I was looking for. Give me 1 second, please. I have to go back to my, where it is. Here, YouTube Studio. That's the problem when you miss the click. Only to get an idea what we're doing here. So let's go bring this to an end. What did we have else? We have workshops, Univention Corporate Server 5. We had a great party. We had the great open source community opportunities. We have more workshops. We had a look at ClearOS, and after 5 years of Univention, it was really disappointing, and with a closer look, we found out that it was really the better idea to go with Univention here. We had a great video on Ceph with Marco Gabriel for scaling Proxmox environments. Not our typical viewers. We have exchange patch discussions. We have workshops. We ended 21. We had ISP config. This is a great replacement for Plesk and configs. We have English for runaways, yes. We had the discussion how hard it was to go to Proxmox because, not kidding, every open source product has so many missing buttons, and you can find them here on this channel. What did we have else? We have Proxmox running productive on CFS. Some more lessons on CFS. That's the most recent videos here. Workshop back. Truna scale, very interesting because Truna's formerly was running on BSD, and now they are migrating to Debian. And Debian, I think it's Debian, is our favorite Linux distribution because we have it on Proxmox, we have it on Univention, we have it on our own file server, and so many more. And now it's coming on our favorite network attached storage and storage area network. That's really great news, and we tried it and we were very happy with it. We spoke about Open Exchange, very interesting, and we had some more recommendations on hardware. We had some webcam solutions, replacing local CFS to iSCSI. And the question is open source more sustainable? Where the discussions, backups and workshop for Trojan and virus safe backups. And now we are speaking about if someone can cancel your financial existence, because if a country is cutting your service, just imagine you have a German company and your service is in Russia or vice versa, and one country is cutting. So in 2 years, Trump's back. He doesn't like the Germans because they were supporting the Ukrainians. We have no idea. Office 365 is stopped in minutes. So that's topics we were talking about. And we were talking about automatic updates. We were talking about, we had a look about if Univention as a directory service and a Nextcloud can replace a groupware, if it's possible or not. We had a look on Ansible, and we had, yes, we have this today, and so many much. It's just to get an idea what we were dealing with, and I wonder if, I think we have these great products here from our environment and these great people, and I think we have great people in Italy, in France, in Holland, in Denmark, in Finland, in Russia, even in Ukraine, perhaps someday again in America, and all my friends in England. They will hate this language, okay, not bad luck to you. But I think we have great people all around the world, and we have great products and great ideas here. We are the best community on open source worldwide. We have the best file server and the best people. And yeah, this is my invitation to you, my friends, to come over on SysOps TV. So I will put this video on the CFS Rocks channel later, as soon as I can download this, because I missed the recording here. I will put this on some selected social media, like, what is this called? I forgot it always. On a small number of selected channels. Perhaps I will push it to find the right people here. The invitation to the English speaking community on the Matrix channel you can find in the show notes. It is, let's see, that's great. Julian Brick City is telling, make Bash Club great again. It was always the greatest. Marcus Goebbels writes, the party was great. It was a great event with great people. This community is the best. And that's seriously, it's true. So again, you will find a link to the community. Here it is. You will find a link to the community here in the show notes. Means if you click it, you can create. If you already have if you don't want an account on my server, go to matrix.org first and click an own account, or you can use on github.com/bashclub the LXD toolbox, and then you can have your own matrix server, or you can do this later and join this community here. Let's have a look if we found some new people on this channel. Is this stuck again? Is this bastard stuck again? It works. I have no idea. I have some trouble with this client on this machine here, on this Apple Silicon machine. Here we are. That's working. Means if you click this, you can continue, register your account, and come over and use the Element client to talk each other. Let's see, what do we have else? To my German friends today, any ideas, any recommendations, any feedback, you're welcome, because we only have only the German audience, and of course we don't have any others, because they simply wouldn't find us. So what do you think? Is this a great opportunity to invite all these people to another show? That's not that much often, but to have new friends and new innovation, and to pick up, of course, new customers for my company. What do you think? Write it in the comments. So, as long as we are waiting for the comments, I can just have another look at the Bash Club community site. Samba Toolbox, great installer on Proxmox for all this great stuff on Linux containers. This is the perfect ZFS Proxmox post-install script, check replication, what I was talking about. Monitoring, let's have the entire repository here. So, Checkmk, OPNsense, here Bash Club, ZFS push and pull, great. Check Nextcloud from Thorsten, check ZFS replication from Niels, the Proxmox post installer, Checkmk from Matrix notification, ZFS housekeeping. That means if you have a crazy constellation on snapshots, we had last we had 350K of snapshots to delete. So this is the great script you want to have. Of Mailpiler install script. I'm not sure what is still valid, because it's in the LXC toolbox, and some great stuff more. So, because we have only a small number of viewers today, there are no comments if this would be a great idea or not. So, we will come to an end today and say thank you for the German audience today to support this show and not leaving me alone talking about all this stuff. And we'll see what this is, where we are going to, and where this is, what impact this idea to make another English small community interested in our jobs again. So if you are IT professional and want to replace Windows and make more sustainable solutions, come here, stay here, have fun. So, good night, Food Fight by Christian. I'm curious if this is working. My name is Chris, and as always, at the end, I give you a stupid smile at the end of the show, and then we will go out and have some great things happening, food, sex, dog walk, whatever you like to. My name is Christian. Have a good day. Stay tuned. Set a subscription on the channel. Write to the comments. Ring the bell. And goodbye.